All right, let's be real for a second, no? So, the rest of the world is locking down now. Well, they've already locked down most parts, and people are struggling with it. And now South Africa is going to lock down as well, effective tonight at 23:59. So it means by tomorrow, there's a lot of things that you're not going to be able to do. If you don't work as part of essential services, you're going to be stuck at home basically. You're not going to be going to work and that sort of thing. And we're frustrated, rightfully so. I think we need to be frustrated because we're not going to be doing things that we used to be doing anymore. We're not going to be, we're not going to be doing things normally anymore. So this is not normal, and it's frustrating because it's not normal. You know, this sort of thing only serves about 10% of the population, which is the people that couldn't care about leaving the house in the first place. I'm normally one of those people. I can be at my house the whole time. I couldn't be bothered. So this sort of thing doesn't affect me negatively in a sense. But for a lot of people that are used to being up and about and meeting people and socializing, this is going to be a difficult time. It's not normal. It's not normal on so many different levels. Okay? Working isn't normal anymore. Suddenly businesses are aware of the fact that you can work at home and still be productive. Suddenly we realize that so many of us with degrees and qualifications aren't as essential as we thought we were. We are now realizing that capitalism is alive, but that's a chat for another day. So I'm concerned about something here, right? I think that in our frustration about being stuck at home, as I've been seeing on social media lately, being stuck at home is proving to be more negative as opposed to positive for so many of us. Part of that is the fact that we are dependent on material things. We're dependent on things that keep us going. And the truth of the matter is only you keep you going. You know, what happens here and what happens here in your heart is what keeps you going. Your spiritual life is what keeps you going. The people at home are what keep you going. If they don't, that needs to change at the end of this 21 days. You know what I mean? So I want us to talk quickly about responding to change, right? Change can be very difficult for a lot of people. It's difficult for me as well sometimes. So I'm not going to claim to sit here and pretend to understand how to deal with change. I think we all deal with it differently. But I want us to talk about change. I want us to talk about responding to change, because here is the thing. How we respond to change, our behaviors to change during this time is going to differentiate between who keeps on going post the 21 days and who doesn't. Don't see being home as being stuck. See this as an opportunity for you to create, to think, to change, to relate, to see your children differently, to see your partner differently. Don't try to keep it normal. Don't do that. It's going to frustrate you. Trying to keep this normal is going to frustrate you because it isn't normal and it's not pretending to be normal. So don't try to keep it normal. Okay? Setting your routine to mask your daily life when you wake up and go to work and you're late and there's traffic and all that sort of thing. Trying to make it normal and look like that situation is only going to frustrate you because there's so many parts of it that are just not going to work. So sit in it. Accept that it's happening. Accept that it is not normal and adapt accordingly. Sit, create, think, change. My main question for myself right now is, what's next? What's going to happen at the end of this 21 days? Am I going to be stuck and feeling sorry for myself? Am I going to be dependent on my job again? The job that I'm realizing now I could do from my living room. You know what I mean? What happens after these 21 days? Are you still going to be dependent on capitalism to keep you going? Or are you going to change things around? Or are you going to be in charge? Are you going to stay ahead, to stay afront of this? What's going to happen now? Change, think, plan, strategize. And I think so many of us also get frustrated because we think we can't. We think we don't know how. I I can promise you, if you sit in it long enough, eventually you realize that you're capable of so much, so many ideas. So please, don't take it as normal. Don't force it to be normal, but rather sit in it long enough to realize that something has to change. Something has already changed, and you need to respond accordingly to ensure that you stay ahead of this. You cannot find yourself shocked at the end of 21 days. You can't. It's not okay. It shouldn't happen to any of us, in fact. Stay ahead of it. Plan, strategize, create, change. Do something about it. You can. You are capable. You have the ideas. The beautiful thing about being children of a creator is that we share something with him in that essence. That means that we are creators ourselves. But you have to believe it. You have to know and believe it and feel it in order for you to do it. Undo all the negativity that you've been harboring in your mind right now. Clean up up here. Clean up here. And realize how capable you are. And realize how important you are. And realize that something needs to change. I don't know what it is for you. I don't think you know that. I know that for myself. I know what needs to change for me. What needs to change? What needs to change for you? What do you need to do now? What's next? What are you going to do next? This is not normal. It shouldn't be normal. Adapt. Respond accordingly. Ciao. Take care of yourself this time.